I know y'all didn't catch me this morning because, I did more of a laid back Sunday. I didn't attend no type of service or anything within that form. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Truman Show. Now, this might go over some people's head, and it's okay. You know, take what resonates. It's not for everyone. One thing about life is all about experience. No matter what it is a person can bring forth or talk about, there's no better topic of discussion than experience. A person that has experienced something, to me, has has great volume to stand on the stage and let you know about anything. I know that's right, man. What's up? I appreciate you, baby. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. I'm gonna start coming in the afternoon too. Give everybody a chance that don't be up 5, 6 in the morning. But let me ask you something, Vic. KD. I know that's wrong, baby. I appreciate you, man. And see, listen. When I say it, just be the small courtesy things like that, there, man, that builds up my motivation to even get on here and continue. Grand Rising, my brother. Listen, some people might, like I say, nothing better than experience. But, you know, coming from me, giving you my side of things, man, the Truman Show, if you ever get caught up in it, KD, embrace it. When I say, my brother, listen, some things are non-believable until it happens to you. You feel me? So if you done had experience in life that you can't just tell the average person. Some people ain't gonna understand our lingo, King. You feel me? And they gonna look at it like, oh, KD tripping. Oh, the King tripping. Oh, what he talking about is, oh yeah, he gone insane. But no, life experience, man, it's something else. It is something else when you get caught up in the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm giving you, for instance, like some months and months ago. All right, facts. You get what I'm saying? I know right now, KD, you probably got a list this long of things that have occurred to you in real time. We talking about on the grid. You feel me? We ain't talking about all that blase squads, all that flossing what other people like to do just to join the herd, to join the crowd, or to find approval or validation from other people. We ain't talking about them type. We talking about us real kings and queens, us, her, sir, you know what I'm saying? The collectives, the ones who really done experience something that it takes you by surprise, but it don't knock you off your rocks. It just, you say to yourself, to the inner man, the inner God, and you like, what is going on? And at the same time when you saying, Olivia, yeah, I appreciate you joining in. Nothing but love, Olivia. Grand Rising to you. Grand Rising. I appreciate you. I appreciate you joining in. There's a lot of people that think that some things that we speak of is like, oh, it ain't making no sense. Yes, it makes sense. That's what, if you were set apart, him or her, king or queen, if you were set apart before birth and you know who you are, let me tell you, man, your walk life is not the same as everybody else. That's what makes you the individual that you are, is your walk of life. You know what I'm saying? The lessons, you know what I'm saying? The tribulations, yeah. The experience, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me tell you, man, we all have experienced a lot. If you've been on your journey, on your awakening journey, and so forth and so on, you have endured a lot. You have learned a lot. You done been through a lot. You done overcame a lot. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Chill, man, I appreciate you. Grand Rising, baby. Grand Rising. I appreciate everybody. I'm going to start coming out. I'm going to start coming on more in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? So I'm able to just let others that don't be up this early. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, man, the Truman Show, let me give you an example. I was at the beach. And while at the beach, these things occur so fast, man. Listen, man, I'm on the wall, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting on the wall. And, as I'm taking in the atmosphere, taking in the scenery and so forth. Oh, the topic is about what it is to experience the Truman Show, how real it is. Like things that's happening, like not being in the loop, but really, really seeing what's going on in front of you. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the Truman Show, how it really does exist. If you ever did watch the show, but we talking about in real life. Forget the show. Just interpret it into your real life. You know what I'm saying? And it might go over some people's heads, so but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Cause I done came face to face with it, and some people ain't gonna understand because it ain't they lingo. But you know where I'm going with it, KD. So, but at the same time, I was at the beach, and like I said, I'm taking in the scenery, taking in the atmosphere. So I'm chilling. I put my head down on because I had my journal with me. You know what I'm saying? Because when I tend to go out, I tend to take my journal with me. So I got my journal with me, whatever. And all I did for maybe a split second, and this like in the afternoon, so traffic is packed, and it was on a Friday. I put my head down, maybe 30 seconds. Check it out now, 30 seconds. By the time I looked up, listen, it was a full-fledged movie scene being shot with me right there in it. Let me tell you, some people ain't gonna believe it, but when I looked up and I seen all these women and these dudes, listen, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt your space, to encroach on your space." And you ain't talking about no one or two. No, they got the full cast, the camera, talking about the thing, talking about action ready and all. And I'm looking, but when I looked up and the lady was like, "Oh, I'm sorry to encroach on your space," I'm like, it hit me right then and there. I say, "Whoa!" I was just really looking into this, and look at this, man. The people shooting a live movie scene with me in it on Fort Lauderdale Beach. I wouldn't care who officialized thing. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But like I was saying, so when I look up and here come the ladies and all that, I'm like, the first thing I'm like, who? I'm the right one to do this with. Yeah. Who? She talking about something encroaching. I say, nah, come on. You talking about 10 of them? Then the people that's running when they do the action, take one, and dude running to the sand, some chick walking in the sand. Man, listen, it looked so crazy. You got the police there, all that. But the thing about it, they put me in the middle of the Truman Show. And I'm looking at this, I say, what's going on? But my thing was, I'm that type of person. Great character, very outspoken, very easygoing when it comes to anything positive. So I took it as, hey, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they was looking for the worst to see how I was gonna take it. Like, hey man, y'all get from around me and get from around me. We need to rerun this a couple more times. That's what we need to do. Let's cut. Let's do it again. Come on, cause they did it about 4 times. But to actually see that if you pay attention, to your everyday living, just really taking in what's going on out there in the matrix. Like, listen, man, it's a show. If you catching the lingo, it is a show. You know what I'm saying? And just don't get caught up in the loop. You know what I'm saying? When you remove yourself from it, all that do is acknowledge to them, okay, wow, he knows what's going on. You know, it'll come to head that they will acknowledge that, okay, he's more average than what we think he is, and that is the truth, and that is the honest truth. Because some things you just can't go and just tell a person, oh, blah 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 blah. First thing they do, they want you to sign into a mental institution or something. That man, get the fuck out of here. That's why, to understand the lingo, you have to have been walking your journey of your awakening or your path, and you have the experience of these things and knowledge of these things. Let me tell you, you can line up 50 of them talking about you crazy. Turn around, you can line up 50,000 of them say, yeah, that one they're intelligent, he's smart. So you see the indifference. You know what I'm saying? There's a great indifference, but acknowledgement comes from those that understand. Let me run that back to you. Acknowledgement comes from those that has understanding. With understanding comes intuition, discernment. Yeah, think about this. That's what it comes with. So don't be so quick to share your worldview of things to just everybody personally that you know. No, sometimes it's better to do it on a stage like this here. To those that's intriguing, that want to understand what's really, you know what I'm saying, and put the pieces again and say, damn, what he talking about is, the movie is a great thing to look at, but I'm talking about this occurring in real life. You being part of a Truman Show in real life, and I can repeat it. And you know what's so great about it? I got good supporters out there. They'll watch this live right now, and they'll turn right back around and say, "Oh yeah, I verified that story." Let me tell you again, KD, you can come up with something right now of a walk of life that endured or that you experienced, and sometimes you'll find outsiders that's well positioned that will back your story up in context that you got to be able to know the lingo, and they gonna say, "Oh yeah, I verify that." You hear me? Yeah. Someone that's positioned with power can outdo the popularity ones that's talking about, "Oh, you crazy, you done lost your rockers." But that one high powerful person can verify your saying and knock all of them because what they say ain't worth nothing. You talking about people that really, really, really know what's going on this grid. Oh, man, KD, man. Listen, man, man. Listen, I appreciate all y'all. I want to send love to all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because without y'all, I'm not able to really go within, and use my inner man to deliver these type of divine messages of real walk of life. My journey of my awakening. Yeah. But I always want to say, man, I appreciate everybody. Even when you go on my page, you can see, man, anytime, no matter what it is, you can always reach me. That's to everybody. Some people say when I put it like this, it shows upside down. So let me do it like this here then and see what they get. But you can always go to the page, subscribe if you want to, or you can just join in, you know. And from that point there, man, I just want y'all to understand your walk of life is really for you. It is for you. And not only is it for you, but it becomes after you come to understanding with the things that you go through as you're taking your path of walk, you're able to use that as a testimony, because to have a testimony you have to be tested. And the Truman Show is it's a test of composure, acknowledgement, your intuition, you know, to see how you carry the core center of yourself. Just like you got to think about it. I'm talking about you could be looking this way for about a minute, just glaring at something, and by the time you turn your face, you got 50 people in front of you. They shooting the movie scene. It's going so rapid that some people get lost. Like what the? But due to the good intuition and discernment I got, my mind worked like a computer. I process things, you know, rapidly behind each other. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just want to share that and let y'all know, man. Anything that you've been through, don't let nobody define your experiences, because that is your experience as an individual. The letter I stand alone. So you are an individual. That's first and foremost. And your experiences are your experiences. So nobody has no way to embarge on your experiences to tell you what's not true and what is. No. What they do have is an opportunity to engage, or an opportunity to say, you know what, man, what you're saying is true, man. I have experienced that. Or they can have an opportunity to say, I never experienced that. But anything else, as in trying to derail you, outvalue your walk of life and pull you down and drag you, talking about you crazy, don't listen to none of that there, man. Don't never listen to none of that there. Always understand, man, experience is better than a person that'll tell you, I went to school, I learned this through the books, but guess what? You experienced everything firsthand that they all said they went to go get through a book. Ain't nothing like experiencing. Yeah, ain't nothing like some experience. Let me see. My mind moves rapidly. Ultimate type instant. And guess what? That is a tool. Always use that tool, Katie. No matter what you do. You know why? It's something that first of all, it's sacred for you. He equipped you with that for you to enable it, to use it. You know what I'm saying? And some people be like, oh, because you won't tell. No. As long as you understand the lingo, that means you're able to share with another collective person. You know what I'm saying? Meaning we both know the walk of life that we talking about. Because you'll have some people that want to be where you're at, KD, but then at the end of the day, they want the answers from you. No, that's not experience. Continue walking your journey, your path of your awakening, And what shall come to the light shall come to the light. You know what I'm saying? You don't serve no great service by telling the person what's gonna happen or this that. No, you don't set them up. That's not setting them up to to challenge the test. No, cause when the test come, some of them still gonna flunk. Cause they have to experience it in real time. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't doing no services like that. That's called handicapping a person. No. And at the end of the day, that's just like you put in all the work and you giving the glory to a person that ain't put in no work. No, it don't work like that. Though. You need to get your ass out there. You need to endure these type of tests. You need to prove yourself to yourself. You're not proving for nobody else. It's always gonna be me versus me, and the same thing for anybody that's on here. That's the best challenge is you versus you. When you ain't looking for no applaud, you know what I'm saying? Because when you're going through these type of things, there's no validation because it's a test. So when you get caught up in these type of atmosphere and sceneries and tests, it's you against them. Everybody else is blind to the fact of what's going on. That's what you need to really recognize. That's why they shoot at majority of the chosen ones, the ones that are thinking outside the matrix, the ones who you ever heard of them saying, "Oh, you watch too much." Yeah, I'm one. You know how they say the watcher? Yeah, a person that observes a lot, it's gonna come to a point where you're going to notice a pattern, a loop of things that first thing it's gonna do is make you do this here. Yeah, I do double take sometimes because it ain't that I'm double taking. It's just to me it's hilarious, but it's an eye opener, and I'm digesting it at the same time, saying, "Is this really going on?" Now, when I look again, I know what's going on. It's just I'm taking it in to know that it's going on. You feel me? And I want everybody to understand it, man. It was out of my Truman show. It was hilarious. It was funny. It was a life experience in real time. In real time. And if you go to my posts on the channel, I think you got to go back to. I think this happened in November, but you'll see it. I talk about it. I talk about it in parables. To those that understand, you shall understand. But it was amazing though. And the thing about it, they wasn't being no asshole. No, they weren't treating me crazy. They was actually nice. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing was, do he see what's going on? You got to acknowledge it when you can. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this was gonna be a quick one. I want to share this with y'all and let y'all know the Truman Show is for real. So if you see yourself in one, don't run from it. Participate. Participate. Make sure you got the intuition and the discernment to understand what's unfolding in front of you. In real time. And you process it and you go with it. Yeah, you go with it. Because before you know, you might be casted on that same show. So I want everybody to understand, man, y'all have a beautiful, marvelous afternoon. I don't know if I'm going to come back on again, but I might just do, I might just do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, and I did want to show y'all, I got like 5 different colors, 5 different colors of them. If y'all ever want to know, y'all can message me on my Gmail. You can call. You can do any one of them. You know what I'm saying? So I truly appreciate everybody. I appreciate y'all joining in on the channel. Nothing but love, peace, and harmony. And y'all continue y'all day. Stay upright. Stay high vibrational. And keep your frequency very high. And love to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all.